Guarantee you clicked on this video because you're asking everybody else the same exact thing that we asked before we did it. Should you buy these? Are they worth it? So to start out, before this is my long explanation of the video, because I'm gonna get down to the nitty-gritty of my thoughts of having these for a year. If you're new to golf, you're in high school, you plan on playing for a while, you got the money to throw away or whatever, regardless, if you plan on sticking to it for a while, yes, $1,000 for the 12 club, completely worth it. Even for the $650, $700 for the 10-piece set, completely worth it. The only thing that you're losing out on it is a 5-wood, 5-iron, and 2 wedges, which honestly, you can make up as time goes on, especially since they always have these previous generations on clearance. All right, so to start out with this entire set, this is the player's complete, the holy, premier package, whatever you want to call it. This was the 12-piece set with the bag. The bag is another $150 on top of it, and I'm going to start out with that. So for $150 for this bag, honestly, totally worth the money. The best part about it is it's actually a pretty quality bag. It's got a good carry handle to it. It's got nice shoulder pads. It actually has a pretty nice little conforming pad right here for your back whenever you're carrying it. It's got a pretty decent amount of space to accommodate, extra balls. It's got a dry pouch, I believe. Don't hold me to it. Yeah, it's got a dry pouch right here. It's just a pretty good bag for 150 bucks. Honestly, you could be seeing bags around similar quality going for around 250 to 275. It's pretty lightweight. It's not the lightest. I want to say that this one's probably going to be coming in around 7.5 pounds for those of you that actually really care about the weight. But so quick run over of the features. Every single one of the zippers has this nice little fancy pull tab on it, which helps out, especially when you have arthritis in your fingers. It's got a pretty nice hook right here for, your towel, whatever else you want to hook onto it. The awesome thing too is it is Velcro, so you can stick your glove to it. It's only the fuzzy side of Velcro, so no, you can't stick club head covers and stuff if that's your fancy. But yeah, the bag is pretty good, minus the fact that Stix, where the hell is the rain cover? I don't see it as an option on your website. I don't see it as something that you could order. It's got the buttons for it, but it doesn't have it. Please, Stix, send it with the rain cover. It is super cheap for them to be thrown in there. Most bags come with it. And even if it's just for transportation to or from the course or whatever, so your clubs don't slide in and out, accommodate the rain cover. That's my only complaint on it. The feet on it are actually pretty big pads, so it's pretty engaging. It has a small footprint on the outside, so it's not lifting your clubs up when you go to put it down, but I can see that being an issue in softer conditions. The set itself, for who the target is beginner to intermediate players. And the reason I say that is these are not your run-of-the-mill super game improvement clubs. This is your set that you could grow into or grow with and expand on. With that being said, these irons land in a pretty nice, conforming, simple, basic, which is awesome. I love the fact that these are just very bare basic cast heads with a good cavity back to it. These land more in your game improvement section because it just removes a lot of mass from behind the face, puts it down below, has a decent sized sole, which gives you a good amount of forgiveness to be able to get assistance to get the ball up in the air. The perimeter weighting itself is pretty nice to go and help with miss hits. And it's got a pretty nice top line to it. Now, the cavity itself, again, is very basic. It is just stamped, basically, it's casting. It's got a nice red line down at the bottom for you to be able to actually see your alignment to it, which is a nice feature, especially towards beginners or people that are coming back into it. But regardless, like most people, especially when it comes to irons, have a hard time because these aren't completely flat on the sole. So you gotta understand you're generally lining up off your groups. It's got a nice little relief roll on the edge, which gives you better turf interaction. I think the sole should have more bounce for forgiveness, but that's where it comes into, you know, your better player is going to be able to interact a little bit better with it, because having a narrower sole allows you to have more play if you want to open up the club face, close or whatever. You want to play it more forward in your stance or back. It gives you different options that you could do with it. So yes, these are playable, but they're also forgiving at the same time. These come either in steel or graphite. The graphite shafts, if I am reading everything correctly, says that they're 60-gram shafts for graphite. The steel, I believe, run at 130 grams. I don't remember at the top of my head. I would actually, you know, Stix, if you're watching this, I would love to try them with your steel shafts. You might change my mind on the opinion of some of these, because I'm going to get into the negatives at the end of this. The grips. The grips are okay. I'm going to say if you're going to be playing these for a long time, you're going to want to swap these grips out. They are just stippled going in. It is just, you know, it's got a nice little soft squish to it. It's got these little holes that are supposed to give you your traction. It's not the greatest grip out there, but it's not horrible. If you got really sweaty hands, or you live in, you know, a hot state or something, you might have some issues gripping these without a glove on. So keep that in mind. It comes with a 4 hybrid. It is probably, in my opinion, one of the better clubs in the bag. It is draw biased. Your hybrid, your woods, and your driver are all draw biased. The face is slightly closed to go and help mostly get that ball to go left if you're right-handed, or right if you're left-handed. They're basically, you know, spot on exactly what it's supposed to be. So it is basic, it is clean. It has a kind of like a grayish matte top to it. It has a single dot to give you a generalized idea of where the center of the face is supposed to be. The sole is, you know, gloss, it's smooth. It's got nice low weighting on each one of them with a relatively thin top crown to it. It's got a slightly curved face, which is what you want for forgiveness, which gives you the gearing effect. You get out the toe, you know, it comes back and so on and so forth. They are grooved, which helps you with spin. This 4 hybrid is actually really easy to hit, and it is actually, again, one of the shining stars in this set. It will definitely help out a lot of people if you need the assistance. It's also really easy to hit. We opted for the 5 wood to be thrown into the set. The 5 wood comes in at 19 degrees. That's actually, in my opinion, if you're buying this, you could skip out on the 5 iron. Don't skip out on the 5 wood, especially if you're a slower swing speed. You're gonna wanna have that 5 wood because it's so much easier to hit than your 3 wood. Not saying that the 3 wood's hard to hit. 3 wood's actually my favorite club in this whole entire set, to be honest. This 3 wood is the easiest 3 wood I've ever had to hit my entire life. It comes in at 16 degrees, same thing as the way that the hybrid is and stuff. You know, matte crown. It's got a gloss sole to it. It's got pretty good shape and finish on the way that the whole setup is rounded out to be able to have good turf interaction. It's just, I can't get over how easy this club is to hit. I could bomb I could bomb 3 woods with my own personal Cleveland launcher about 250 yards. I grab this thing, I'm hitting it about 240 yards, but I'm hitting it pretty dead straight every single time. My personal 3 wood, it's hit or miss if it's going straight, but it's going far whichever direction it's going to go. This one is so easy to hit. If it wasn't for the fact that these are short in distance, I actually personally would go and buy a set of the 3 and 5 woods and get rid of my Clevelands and put these in there, just because I love these that much. They're that easy to hit. Stix doesn't know who the hell I am. They don't care about who I am, unless the fact that they don't like that I'm kind of bashing on some of their features. I personally love the woods a lot in this set. With that being said, everyone wants to know, is the big dog worth it? I can't speak about the upgraded one or the pro model or whatever they're calling it. You know, if you want to spend the extra $350 and get the adjustable driver, do it at your own discretion of what your budget says. This driver is easy to hit. It is pretty nice. It is pretty forgiving. It has a really traditional shape to it. It has a really traditional feel to it. It's got good weight in general. It's a little bit heavier than some of the other drivers out there, but not by much. It's enough that because it doesn't have the weights and stuff, it is a good driver. Just like the fairway was though, this is short. The local range that we have maxes out at 250 yards. And then it goes over to a back road for maintenance, and then it goes into a bank that goes into the waste pit, which lands about 260, 270 yards in that ballpark. With my Cleveland Altitude 588 and my Srixon ZX5, I could carry the range into that waste pit. I went through almost an entire bucket of balls just to hit this to carry over 250 yards. Keep that in mind. This is a shorter club. If you're starting out new and stuff like that, don't worry about the distance. You want that forgiveness and you want that consistency to be able to hit the ball straighter. So this is a fantastic starting driver. That's where it's nice that they actually have an option that you could go and buy a better driver that they offer. If you choose, 350 bucks is a little bit of money, but when you're looking at the broad spectrum of all the other brands that offer their drivers, you're talking $500, $600, $750 per driver. Their upgraded driver being $350, you know, that's apples and oranges. I can't tell you if it's better than this or not, but something tells me that it definitely is. Wedges. This is the other part of this set that is a shining star out of the whole entire thing. If you are gonna buy this set and you're gonna grow and start replacing things, these honestly are gonna be the last ones you're gonna replace. I wish these came in steel, unless you opted for these to come in graphite, because if you're doing regular flex, you might wanna have steel shafts in these to have a little bit more stiffness, stout, and control to it. But for the most part, these wedges are phenomenal for the cost that you're getting. And I'm not just saying that. This is somebody who's been playing Cleveland wedges their entire life. I started out with a 588, went into the CG12s, the CG14s, the CG15s. I played the 15s until more recently, where I have the RTX 4s. I got a 6, and I'm even looking at the RTZs because I love that look and design that Cleveland has. These have a similar design that the Cleveland CG15s had. But there's a catch to it that I actually really like. So back into the CG15 style, it's got that nice little sole grind to it. It's pretty subtle. It's got good standard bounce. There's no bounce options that you can choose. As a note, we colored the numbers in because they're just blacked out. You can see them a little bit better when you color it in. It's got a nice red line for you to be able to go and distinguish. Again, this is a teardrop shape, so you are gonna have a rounded edge. That red line gives you a better alignment aid. The part where I say that this isn't really a Cleveland style wedge is, I don't know if the camera is really gonna show it, there is a milling on the face for surface tension. It's kind of like how the Titleist Volkey wedges are. These are super spinny. These are fantastic for anything that you need in a wedge purpose. Until the grooves are completely shot on it, if you're gonna reshaft or whatever, keep these in your bag. These are great. The weight's good, the play is good, everything about them, stellar. I don't care if they're made in a Chinese factory or not. These are honestly comparable wedges to the top of the line wedges you see on tour. The last club in this bag, honestly, I think is the worst thing that Stix has ever done. Granted, Mike Allspy has had in a more recent review that one of their putters have made it in like the top 15 putters, as well as the Wilson Staff, Buckingham, Unlimited. The putter that comes with it is kind of a joke. Realistically, it's kind of trash. So the club head cover that comes on it is like a little taco. It's got a magnet, so it's just real quick and easy, snaps on. You know, it protects it, which is good. It's a hybrid style putter, which means it is a mallet in the back It is a blade in the front. You know, it's like a mullet, party in the rear, business in the front. It's got a nice milled face to it, which does help out with interaction. It's got a very simple top line for alignment. And that's pretty much about what it has going on for it. The grip is okay. It's a little bit more stout. It's not as soft as some of the Super Strokers are. But because of how thin they designed this sole, it has a very weird weighting to it. I don't know if it's because of the graphite shaft on it or the fact that the mallet head itself is so small. It just doesn't feel good. I found it's very inconsistent. I personally don't like it. For somebody starting out new or whatever, it's better than what I started with. I started with a legit brass putter that looks like one of the ones that you get for mini golf for $5 out of a swap meet, and played that for about 5 years until I ended up buying my Ping Answer. So, all in all, oh yeah, before I forget, it does have club head covers for each of your woods. These are pretty nice. They're very simple. It's got 2 elastic bands on the inside. They're pretty easy to put on and off. It even has a little D-ring at the front for you to just be able to grab and pull. They are pretty secure. They don't come off that easy, so you don't have to worry about it falling off while you're driving down the cart path. These do help protect pretty good. They are cushiony. If you're looking at replacing your name brand set or whatever that you bought in the last 5-10 years, that's up to you if you really want to do this. The best part about this set is it is the same brand. It is complete. It is from putter to driver and a bag. All you have to do is grab golf balls and some tees and get your ass out there on the course and start playing. This is ready to go as soon as you go and unpeel all the plastic off of everything. That's the best part about this. It is uniformed. You don't have to worry about gapping when it comes from your wedges to your irons, from your irons to your hybrid, from your hybrid into your woods. It's all designed and made with that streamed gap across every single club, which is great because when you're buying your set individually, your wedges, your irons, and your woods and stuff, you have to get fitted because you could run into an issue that, yeah, even though you're buying from the same brand, you know, I'll use me as an example. My ZX5 irons might not line up perfectly with the shafts that I have and the lofts to buying a standard, you know, a ZX whatever hybrid off the shelf. I have to get fitted so my gapping is appropriate. These are already gapped from the get-go because it was designed that way. With that being said, you have strong lofts. I'm not a big fan of stronger lofts, but if you have issues having distance, these help give you distance. A good example, I hit my 7-iron anywhere in the range of 175 to 180. That's my ZX5 7-iron. This 7-iron, I'm hitting it 190. The reason I'm hitting a 190, the 7-iron in this set is almost lofted to about my 5-iron with my srixons. It's in between my 5 and 6-iron, really. So when you start getting up past your 9-iron, all of them are so strong. I mean, the hybrid in this comes in at 21 degrees. The 5-iron, I believe, comes at like 22. So that gives you an idea that you want a lower flight with an iron or something, get the 5-iron to go and throw into the set. But for the most part, we didn't get the 5-iron because it's too close to similarity and loft. And if you're starting out, like I bought this for my wife so she could get started in golf, there's no point in really starting out with the 5-iron when the hybrid's easier to hit and you should be getting similar distances and performances out of the two, right? So into that tangent. This is nice, but there's a couple little things that I don't really like that Stix is doing with it. The driver shaft length is short. The woods are slightly short. Everything is like a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch short depending on your standard size and who you're talking to. It makes it easier to hit, and particularly with your woods and driver and stuff, having a shorter shaft. You're losing out on distance because you're literally losing a little bit of that length of that whip and centrifugal force. It doesn't affect everybody the same way, but you can lose distance in that aspect. So go off their chart, and get it set to where, you know, I believe it's your wrist length to the floor and everything. Get your height set so you can get a good length to it. This one is just standard as stock can be. You can't get your lie and loft changes. It's just length. You can get these in regular or stiff. You can get them in graphite or steel. We got these in regular, which come to find out, we should have got them in stiff because my wife's swing speed is not in regular. She swings at 100+ miles an hour, so we should have gotten stiff. We didn't know. They're fun to play with. They're a little whippy. Again, graphite shafts. These are pretty flimsy and flexible, but they feel good. If you are, again, new, go into a store first, hit a couple clubs that have graphite and steel and see which one you like. The benefit of having graphite shafts is it dampens the vibrations to where it doesn't hurt as much. When I say hurt, you get a little bit of sting on mishits and stuff. Some people might be sensitive to that, especially when you're new. It might deter you from it. Especially when I started playing golf, my old, what were they, XPC clubs from Golfsmith that my dad had made, it felt like you were hitting a piece of rebar against rock if you hit it towards the toe or the heel or something. It was not good. These do not do that. These feel good. Sound of them are good. The quality of them are great. The look of them is not bad. The black on it is holding out really good. Again, we've had these for over a year. They do mark easily with golf balls, particularly range balls. I have cleaned and cleaned and cleaned this driver. I cannot get these marks off of the face. Those are kind of permanent in the detail. You know, I guess it's a feature. I don't know. You take that as you will. If you're OCD, I'm sorry. Yeah, so ultimately, there's some options to it. Oh, before I forget. If you play a women's flex and your swing speed is sub, 80 or whatever, if you're a senior, a woman, real young or whatever, they do sell a ladies set. It comes with a few more hybrids. They are all gloss instead of matte like these are. And they come with a ladies flex shaft. Just take that as you will. That is an option that they have now, which is good that they're expanding. But again, ultimately, if you clicked on this video and you made it this far, I appreciate it. If you've actually owned your own set or you've tried somebody else's, please let me know your reaction below. I've been playing golf for over 20 years. I'm thoroughly impressed and amused. I like this set. I wish that we got it in stiff because I actually would rock this for probably about a year just to see what I could do with it, because they are easy to hit. They are nice, they are forgiving. The wedges give you a lot of control and play, as it should. It is a good crossover between a beginner starter set into an intermediate, mid-handicap area. You can play these for a while, but it gives you room for growth. I've seen a few people go and take these and get them reshafted after they get fitted to figure out what shafts they need and end up playing better with them. They get an appropriate amount of height, they get a fantastic amount of spin. Honestly, the grooves have eaten some golf balls even with 7 iron on this. And again, that's hitting about a 6.5 iron depending on the brand. So do as you will with this information. My final thoughts are, for the money, if you were going to be playing for a while, buy this. This is definitely worth it. If your clubs are old and you've been playing for a good bit, you're kind of a weekend warrior or whatever, you want a good set, but you don't really want to go out there and spend $1,200 just for a set of irons, you could buy this and kind of just tweak and choose what you want with it. For the value, dollar for dollar, this is the best set on the market. I can't say this about Robin because I haven't experienced it, but hands down, this is the best value because it's a good quality set you could buy. It came within 2 weeks. We bought it during winter when golf season wasn't going on. So they arrived fast. It was about 2 weeks. Opened the box, cleaned everything off, stared at the snow outside and was wishing that it was better weather for it. But got a good rundown on these. These feel great and they're fun. So ultimately, if you're looking at buying Stix and you're questioning if you should or not because it's a direct to consumer, screw it, pull the trigger and buy it if you got the time and money and you don't feel like going through the rest of the hassle. Just note you're getting what you get. If the shafts don't work out for you or something, well, you should have kind of gone into a golf store, an Advanced or Stix or a Golf Galaxy or Galaxy Golf or whatever it is, you know, your PGA Superstore, and get your swing speed checked to make sure that you're going to be playing the appropriate shafts. So out of this long-winded rant and video and all this other stuff, please leave a comment down below if this has helped you out or if you've had your own experiences or whatever. You know, hearing from you gives me better feedback of how I can explain this stuff better. Now, if you want to see more content like this, please like and subscribe. Follow me for more. Keep it in the fairway. Have a good one.